As we continue to look at this atonement idea here, we see the atonement is highlighted in the concept of the sacrifice, which takes us to the temple. And what do we see there in the temple? If someone wronged you, you're required to make restitution by the killing of an animal. This takes us beyond the Leviticus 24 thing of an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. Restitution came by the shedding of blood, which we'll see later does not forgive sins, but points to the ultimate sacrifice, our Savior Jesus Christ. As we look at Isaiah 53, and we're supposed to look and see what verses highlight the following things. Bears griefs and sorrows, carries their iniquity. Surely he took up our pain and bore our suffering, yet we considered him punished by God, stricken by him and afflicted. He was pierced for our transgressions. Theirs, he's taking our griefs and sorrows. This is a vicarious act, an act in place of us. And then he carries their iniquity is found in the next session. He was crushed for our iniquities. The punishment that brought us peace was upon him, and by his wounds we are healed. We are all like sheep who have gone astray. Each of us has turned to our own way, and the Lord has laid on him. So we see there, verse 6 carries our iniquities. So what we see here basically is that the suffering servant in Isaiah 53 makes his soul an offering for sin. Now we're asked to read Hebrews 10:4 and draw a connection to the promises in Genesis 3:15. For it is not possible that the blood of bulls and of goats should take away sins. It's very interesting to hear those words. There's actually a hymn based on that. And when we hear those words, we see the sacrifices did not bring forgiveness. The sacrifices pointed to the ultimate sacrifice of Jesus Christ. Genesis 3:15 was the first promise of that sacrifice of Jesus. The one who would crush the head of Satan would have his heel bruised, and that was Jesus Christ. The bruising of the heel there was the fact that Jesus himself was taken to the cross, the bruising of the heel, but it didn't destroy him. He crushed the head of Satan as he overcame the sins of the world and eventually was risen from the dead. Very interesting looking at that and seeing all the highlights and the importance of the atonement in our life.